今ここに列をなす天地明道の力を見るがいいシンクロ召喚我が魂レッドデーモンズドラゴン
What's poppin' in the chop of my Bagel Bites? It is Mr. Bagel Bites here, bringing you another deck profile. Just got back from locals. Sorry for the couple weeks without any uploads. My computer's motherboard took a dump and had to get that fixed. But we are back, and I have a fun deck that Kali Effect actually kind of helped me fine-tune a bit. I watched this video on RDA, and so it helped me like fix some of my ratios and like kind of notions of how to like improve Red Dragon Archfiend, which is probably my favorite synchro deck. I think the Resonators have always been like super cool. Like I've tried to incorporate for a long time, and I mean this is the best deck to do it for sure. RDA. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're playing 3 of the Stone Sweeper. This card's so good. You discard it. Like you don't really use the field effect, but you discard it and you get a Fiend, which is the whole thing of this deck. You're grabbing your Fiends, you're playing off. We got 3 Soul Resonator. This card's insane. It's one of your starters. Like, along with these, you're just playing infinite starters. Like, this card is so good. Oh. We got 2 Vision, 1 Crimson, 1 Synchron. I used to play Red Resonator, but I get why that's probably not good now. I have been citing it for time, but I don't think it's super necessary anymore in the main. I think you can get by with the new guy that came out that we'll be getting to soon. But I think this is the best ratio for Resonators in the list currently. 2 Bone Archfiend. You could play 3. There's an argument for 3. I think 2 is plenty. Like, it's searchable. Like, if you open it, it's good to the start. But, like, you're just playing so much gas. Like, I think 2 is fine. But there's definitely an argument for 3, depending on if you want to bump, like, card ratios up. I'm playing 42 currently. It could definitely be cut to 40. Like, there's easily stuff to cut, and I'll get into that later, too. We're playing 3 of the new guy. Red Lotus King Flame Crime. Absolutely busted card. Just came out in Terminal Revenge. So, like, if you got fire, you just special summon this bad boy. He comes out, and then if you use him for a synchro summon, you get to dump a normal trap into the grave. So, like, we finally have a way to use Red Rain, the most just busted card, like, that Red Dragon Archfiend has that it hasn't had a way to use. So, basically, use this, you dump the Red Rain. Then when you synchro summon, you get to just add this to your hand for free. And what Red Rain does is you activate it. The highest level monster on the field becomes unaffected by, I think it's everything. Yeah, unaffected by other card effects except their own. And then until the end of this turn, yeah, it's unaffected until the end of this turn, sorry. And then you just banish your opponent's just whole board. And then they're just, oh, I'm not playing Yu-Gi-Oh! So, yeah, we finally have a way to use that, which is just insane. Plus, this guy burns, too. Like, which is really cool for every fire on board. So that's really good. And then Obsessive Ulupa is the last card. This card is honestly just so cool. Like, it's such fun tech, and, like, it's such a good card. And you just, like, get to banish your guy, your Synchro, and then you get to special summon him. You can banish the other one, and then to special summon him. So he's another tuner you get on board for basically free. And then if you have, Red Zone or Dissipator, you can just, like, special summon them. So that's really cool. He's really good. And he's a Fiend, so... 3 Resonator call, more starters. You just get your Resonator, you get the playoff, and 2 Crimson Gaia. This is another one that could be bumped to 3, but I kind of agree where it is fine at 2. I don't think you need this at 3, but I like this ratio personally. 1 Red Zone, 1 Red Rain. Red Zone is so good. It works in a couple of ways. I compare it mostly to like Branded Beast, where you get to like pop a card if you have the like a Red Dragon card on board. And it also special summons. Is it 6? It might be 6 or higher, but it might just be monster in general. Yeah, targeted Dark Dragon Synchro, just special summon it. I didn't think it had a restriction. It's good. It's a really good card. So both the red cards are good. We are playing the 3 Crossout Designator. I absolutely think this is necessary in RDA right now. I think it gives it an extra level that it absolutely needs to play through. Oh, and 1 callback. To play through the hand traps that are so prevalent in the format right now. And I did follow the ratios pretty closely to what Kali's doing, but I did do my own kind of spin. Since I'm playing the 3 called by instead of Black Goat Laughs, I did change it and I bumped the deck count by like 1 or 2 and then changed a couple other things. And I think it worked out because we were able to go undefeated with this tonight. Like 5-0. Like it wasn't even like close. The games were blowouts. This deck has been insane in testing. So we got 3 Imperm. Yeah, I love this card. I don't think there's many decks that you don't want to play this in. We got 3 Nib. We got 3 Ash Blossom. 3 Veiler, Effect Veiler. And then the last ratio here is one that I kind of like when I play 3 Crossout. If it was 2, I probably wouldn't play it like this. But we play 1 Ghost Mourner. Sorry, the glare there. Yeah, 1 Ghost Mourner, 1 Droll and Lockbird, and 1 Ghost Ogre. Ghost Ogre stops a couple of your plays, so I kind of like it at 1 in here. And then, like, it's good into the format, too. Like, I think this is probably... It's not the best, but it's probably my favorite hand trap in the format right now. Droll and Lock, kind of the same thing. There's a couple decks playing it. And, like, there's a couple decks that it just stops. Like, if you play this at the right time, you can stop a lot of decks. And then if they play it on you, if, like, some rando is playing it. Like, my locals does play Droll, which is why I wanted to tech this tonight. But, like, this might not be the best for, like, a big event, like a regional or, like, higher. And then Ghost Mourner, this is the one that I would probably play higher if I wasn't trying to tech these. Like, Droll or, like, this could be, like, a 3 or 1, and you cut this to 40. Like, there's a lot of routes you can go. But that's the main deck. I really like how it performed. I never felt like I wasn't able to get gas going. Like, I felt like every hand was playable, super consistent, and, like, the end boards were strong, even, like, on my weaker hands, or, like, if I didn't have a way to play through multiple hand traps. Like, we only dropped, out of 5 matches, I think we dropped 2 games, one against Snake Eye, and the other was Voiceless, I think, because they just got set up and I couldn't play through. Yeah, it was Voiceless, but I think that's it. So in the extra, we're playing 2 RDA. Red Dragon Archfiend. I would want to say you can cut this to 1, but I don't think you can. And, like, I have enough cash at my locals too, where if this gets, like, banished and you're playing the 1, you just feel real bad. Like, I think this is good at 2. I probably wouldn't cut any lower. 2 Scarred Red Dragon Archfiend. This card is just so good. I love this card. It's so good. 3 Red Rising. I don't think you can cut this any lower. I think this is necessity at 3. I wouldn't go any lower. 1 Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. I don't think 2 is necessarily a bad thing, but I play a different guy that I like a little bit more than having 2 of this guy, and I'll get to that. I can get to that right now, actually. So 1 him. 1 Scarlight Red Dragon Archfiend. Burns, and he's just, like, good for board clear, and he's a simple 8, and he's Red Dragon Archfiend too. Here's the one that I play instead of a second Hot Red, is a Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend. So as one effect, I mean, like, it's okay, where you can, like, pop all their cards on the board, but nothing else can attack. He's 3,500, so you can, like, push through with some of the other ones that can't. His requirements are a little bit more steeper, requires 2 tuners and then a monster. But a thing that he has that I think is really good if you can't set up like Hot Red or if you've gone through it is during the battle phase, if your opponent activates a spell or trap card, you can negate it. I don't think he gets anything else. Like, I don't think it's a... I used to think he gets an attack bonus of 500. Yeah. So if they activate a spell or trap, you just pop it. You just negate it and pop it. And then he gains 500 attack. So he goes to like 4k too. So I think he's pretty good into like Tempai boards too. Or evenly matched is my big one. Being able to negate evenly matched at the end of the battle phase, because you've probably blown through your Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. So if you can set up like both of these and have this to negate the evenly at the end of the battle phase, I think that's really good. I think Tyrant definitely is being slept on right now in RDA. I think it's a good one of. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Bane. He's the one that like special summons like 2 and then can special summon an RDA. I think he's good. I probably wouldn't cut him. He's like simple too because he's just 1 tuner and 1 non-tuner, so you don't have to like kind of set up your resonators to be awkward. So I think he's good. I definitely think he's played. Where is he? Yeah, Red Super Dragon, Supernova Dragon. Card's so good. It's so strong. This just wins games. So like if you have this plus Red Rain, you just like wipe your opponent's board twice. Like this. you're good. You're not losing. Void Ogre, it's a spell trap negate. It's pretty good. It's a dark dragon. Could probably be cut for something else if you want, but I think he's really good into some decks more than others. Like if you know you're running into maybe like Runic, I would probably make this as opposed to like some other cards, or like try and get this started so you can just like negate the fountain or something, or like tip to get the fountain, or you think they're gonna special, because sometimes they don't have multiple that they can keep playing through, or like you can get the fountain with Hugin, but then they don't have a spell trap or another Runic spell. So I think Void Ogre can be really good, especially if you have Hot Red as well. So that's a pretty good like end word. Quibelt, the Blade Dragon. He's a pop. He's a dark dragon. He's utility and he's a 7. So he comes up, not like incredibly often, but incredibly like often enough that he feels really good to like have in the deck. The last one's Dissipator. My buddy has my Dissipator. He's borrowed because his locals are on Sundays and mine are on Saturdays. So he borrows it and goes to that, and then I watch my kid on Sundays. So, but this is Dissipator. But yeah. Dissipator's good. I really think this deck is a lot stronger than people think. I think people write it off because it's like an anime deck, you know, like Jack Atlas, like, you know, everyone's king. But I definitely think it's stronger than people think, and it just topped one of the nationals recently. I forget which one, but that's the brew. Let me know down below what you think. Cali Effect again is the one who really like helped me kind of fine tune my ratios with his vid. Definitely check him out. Yeah, deck's super cool. Tell me what you think. Like, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later.